Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. I've owned this camera for a little over 3 months now, and so far I'm enjoying the camera. I like all the new features that Canon has put in this camera. They're amazing. And one of the first things that I noticed when I first turned the camera on for the first time was the focal length display on the screen. I thought that was kind of cool to see what focal length you're in, especially if you're using a zoom lens. Like sometimes I like to use my Canon RF 14-35 f4L lens, and I like to shoot in 16 millimeters, and sometimes it's hard to figure out where 16 millimeters is, but they made it easy by putting that there. So if you're using like a telephoto lens, you can basically tell what focal length you're in when you're turning the knob. And another cool feature that I thought that was pretty cool with this camera was you get two UHS-2 slots. That's pretty cool, because you can pretty much back up your footage and everything, and you have the option to shoot your video on one card and your stills on the other. So, that's pretty awesome. I love that. And the autofocus system in this camera, guys, is amazing. It's so snappy. It snaps onto your subject really quick. And I like the how it lets you toggle between different subjects, which is pretty awesome. So like if you have four people in the picture, you can toggle between all four subjects, back and forth, and kind of like figure out, where you want your focus to be mainly. That pretty much helps, when you're on the photography side. And going over to the video side, you can shoot all the way up to 4K 60 with no crop with this camera, which is awesome. I love that. Yeah, because my other camera that I was using, the Canon EOS R, it had a crop. I'm using that to record this video right now, and I'm using the Canon RF 14-35 lens on here right now, and I have it at 14 millimeters, guys, and it should be taken up, basically showing all of this right here, but it's not. So that's the crop for but you can easily fix that by just moving your camera further away from you, right? And it takes care of the problem. Yep. But it still shoots amazing 4K. My Canon EOS R, I love the camera. But anyways, back to the R6 Mark II. Another cool feature on this camera was the built-in IBIS, the in-body image stabilization. You can take some really smooth video with this camera without using a gimbal, which is awesome. It takes a little practice, but once you get it down, you can get some gimbal-like movement without a gimbal. That's how good it is. And then if you're using a lens with stabilization too, that's even a plus. Makes it even better. But they did a really good job on that. And also, what I like about this camera is you have the option to shoot 6K RAW, and using an external monitor like the Atomos Ninja 5 or Ninja 5 Plus. I own the Ninja 5, so I can only shoot 6K RAW, up to 30 frames per second. And if you own the Ninja 5 Plus, you can actually do all the way up to 60 frames per second in 6K RAW. And I've actually got the opportunity to test that out already, and it's pretty amazing. You do see a difference. Your video is going to be have a lot more detail in there and everything, because of the higher resolution. You will notice it. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be going on vacation next month, and I'm going to actually be testing that out. I get to spend a lot more time with this camera and really test it out and everything, and just have a little fun with it. And you can shoot all the way, I don't know if I mentioned already, you can shoot 40 frames per second in electronic shutter. The only thing with that is you got to have a really good card, SD card. You don't want to cheap out on the SD card. You want to have a really fast SD card, preferably a V90 card. I use ProGrade and Sony Tough cards, and those are very reliable cards. Those are the cards that you want to buy. They're a little pricey, but they're well worth it. You don't want to lose your footage. I've had that happen to me before, and that's from buying cheap cards. You know, they fail on you, and sometimes when you get them, they're dead on arrival. So you don't want to go with those cards. I'm not going to mention any manufacturers or anything like that. I want to badmouth anybody, but yeah, be careful with the cards that you buy. Don't cheap out on the cards. Get some real high quality SD cards. And another cool feature that I really love on this camera is the ability to shoot in C-Log 3, 10-bit, 422. I mean, yeah, it would be nice if it was C-Log 2, but hey, it is what it is. If you want C-Log 2, upgrade to one of their more expensive cameras and you'll definitely get that. But yeah, guys, other than that, camera's amazing. It's well worth it. And you can definitely use this to do some professional photography. I know a lot of people use this camera for professional photography, and you can really get some really good video out of this thing. You can do professional video as well, because it's got a lot of cool video features. And another feature I think I forgot to mention, I don't remember. I know there's something else I do like about this camera. I know I mentioned there's no crop anymore in 4K, which is amazing. Oh yeah, you can shoot up to full HD, up to 120 FPS, and you can also do 180 FPS. And I actually tried it. It's very smooth. It's good. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if you could shoot 4K 120, but 1080p. It gets the job done. So you can get some really smooth B-roll with 120 and 180 FPS. So it's pretty amazing. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Hit that notification bell, subscribe to my channel if you're not yet, and I'll be putting out some more videos with the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. So yeah, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my next video. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.